fight. This dude is the biggest boogeyman in the history of the sport. Nobody wants to even pick up the phone. They know. They know what's going on.
Bryant for the win.
Welcome back to another episode of Shirts versus Skins. We just dropped our 1-year anniversary episode, and now we're going straight back to it. Let's get it started with some Euros. The final, Italy versus England. It came to Rome eventually. It did not come home. Ahmed, did the final pan out how you expected it to pan out, or was there any surprises?
Well, I mean, not really. For me, the best team from day one won the whole tournament. And, it's not every tournament that this happens, but, I mean, from day one, since they beat Turkey, we all looked at Italy and we're like, okay, this is a really good team. Get into the game. Obviously, Luke Shaw scores in the first 2 minutes. I think that was already the downfall of England. I know it's crazy to say, they score early at home in front of 60,000 fans. I mean, the pressure is definitely going to get to the Italians, right? Nope. That was the worst thing that could have possibly happened. And then I think ever since that second minute, it was domination from the Italians. And then it was a, coaching mismatch, tactics. Obviously, I think fucking Southgate had 5 at the back, just playing scared at home in a major final, your first major final. And Mancini and all these Italians, I'm telling you, bro, they just wanted it more. Bro, and the fact that at Wembley, 60,000 fans, and you choose to play the way you do, the Italians deserve to win. And I'm telling you, ever since that second minute from the game I saw the Italians just dominate the game. They had more of the ball. It wasn't, pure domination, but the Italians were the better team. And just going back to the Southgate thing, too much talent for you to play like that. And, I was telling people that the Italians are, they're going to frustrate these players. I thought the midfield was the key. And especially in the second half, I felt like the Italians dominated, that whole midfield. And I mean, just to even think about that, it was 1-0 at the halftime, right?
Yeah.
And the Italians were all over England to end that first half. The start of that second half was the same thing. What is Southgate telling these guys? It got even worse in the second half. The Italians were more aggressive. Yeah, do you want to say something?
I think you were I hadn't thought about it, but you're spot on when you say that was the worst thing that could have happened for England.
Oh, yeah. That was the first thing I thought about.
That was horrible because if England concede, Southgate is forced to attack, And when you force that team to attack, you force him to bring on Grealish, you force him to bring on Sancho, special things happen. So you're absolutely 100% right. And it's all about Southgate's coaching, and I'm glad you highlighted that especially because that's something that I think we can get a little more into. But I'll let Tiku talk about the final.
I mean, ever since their round of 16 match against Germany, we all said that it was probably their tournament to lose, especially how many games they played at Wembley. And in front of all the fans and the easy – I don't want to say easy because that's kind of disrespectful to every other team, but pretty compared to Italy's run to the final, it was
– cakewalk.
It was –
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to compare them. But, and it felt like Italy with a more energized team. It felt like they were the players that went to an easy cakewalk to the final. And I think you said it well. I think Italy just wanted it more. And we highlighted it before the match itself that this was the match that it was going to show how the difference of quality of managers and tactics and coaching from Italy, from Mancini, and England with Southgate. And that showed, especially in the second half, I think when they scored, I think they were pretty well for the after they scored for like the next like 15, 20 minutes. They were doing pretty well. They were attacking. And then I think especially in the second half, that was a change. Something changed, especially for Italy. Mancini was talking to them guys. That halftime talk was spot on. They came out, they got the goal, they were aggressive, and it's just, you hate to see it. All these players, the quality of players that they have on that team, to play five at the back, and I said it. Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice. Why? What's the point of that,
bro?
And it showed
the most negative pairing of defensive mids I have ever seen.
They played well too.
I disagree. I completely disagree. People think they played well. They did not play well. Sure, they did their job. They did nothing. They did nothing to advance England forward. To have them, Calvin Phillips plays the ball back. Not 5 yards to center back. That dude looks for Pickford every single fucking time, bro. Every single fucking time I see him looking for Pickford.
You see, that's the problem. Like,
that's embarrassing. And I don't blame the kid because he's a talented kid, bro. It's straight up the system that Southgate forces him to play.
Yeah.
Southgate, you know what I think is Southgate's worst trait? He doesn't trust his players. I don't think he trusts his players at all.
No.
That talent, bro.
He's just simply too scared.
Yeah, but you got to have trust in your players to relinquish that fear. And I don't think he trusts them. Like, it would not hurt Southgate to tell Shaw and Trippier, I trust you guys enough to come back that I want you both to play this full on attack. Let's play three in the back. I know Walker, I know Maguire, I know Stones, three defensive great players. We'll hold it down in the back three. Plus, I got two CDMs to come back and cover the line. One of them can stay back. You're always going to have four in the back. All he has to do is say, I trust you guys. Shaw, Trippier, like you did in the beginning, which go up, score that goal, do it again. Keep going. Second half, let's do it 4 or 5 more times. That's it.
And then, bro, like, there were times where Chiellini was playing like left wing because there was no fear of England going like forward. I mean, Harry Kane and, I thought Harry Kane in the first 20 to 25 minutes was the best player on the field. But after that, he was non-existent. Like that whole team, like they just not to, fucking disrespect the Italians, but like they're not loaded with talent, they're good players, but they're like talent-wise, I mean, England have more talent. So the fact that you let a less talented team dominate the ball and wait for a counter when you can hold the ball, when you can fucking dictate how this game goes, all goes back to the manager. And then it's just embarrassing. I mean, like, obviously, they had a very easy, like fucking cakewalk all the way to the finals. And, like we gave them his due because he did win, so, but it's just any other manager with that kind of talent on your team on the bench too.
Oh my God, the players they had coming off the bench,
especially at home.
Italy, they destroyed them.
You know what it is? I feel like Ahmed, you brought up a good point about how he played or he managed scared, and that's definitely it. I feel like Southgate, since he's gotten this job, he's probably been very, very he probably doesn't believe he's fit for that job.
He's been very
really do believe that.
Maybe he's smart enough.
And he knows what's one mishap, one thing can cost him that job. I remember after who was it that they played? I believe Denmark. He said something about if I pick that team, and when he was getting all that hate and stuff, if I pick that team and we lose, I'm dead. And that's not something you should think about. When you're thinking about losing your job before the game even starts or anything, so he might be a little sensitive in that aspect, and that's why his tactics are so negative in that. But at the end of the day, he needs to look himself in the mirror. Also, the players need to look at themselves in the mirror because a lot of them players weren't playing that well in that final. I felt like the defense was good. The goal they conceded, it was off It was off a corner. They should have done better, but that's like a shit house goal that Italy scored. But
It was
Italy
building
did
up.
dominate.
It was building up, exactly.
You're right. I agree with that. And they withstood that pressure for a majority of the game. So I'm gonna give credit to that defense, but obviously considering how they set up and the players that they pick, obviously they're gonna be good defensively. They've shown that throughout the whole tournament. So, I think we should talk a little bit more about Italy. Chiesa, Verratti,
I was just about to bring him up.
Donnarumma. Wow. Penalty shootout. What he's done for them. Emerson coming up for Spinazzola. Had a pretty couple bad games. Plays his best match in the final. You got to give credit to players like that. Chiellini, Bonucci. I say it as a joke. I'm like, so what nationalism and national pride for your country can do for you? Because Chiellini and Bonucci, you see them how they play with Juve, they're absolute bums. And then you see how well they played at their age and old. Maybe it is just Juventus, but it's crazy. They played well. I don't know who else to shout out.
And Verratti, I don't know if you said
no, Verratti, I didn't say him, but we'll talk about it later. I think he's been one of the best players in the tournament. I think he does the job that people, don't give credit enough for.
Can we argue that Chiesa was Italy's best player?
I would just argue a lot of players.
But I mean, it was sometimes a one-man show. It was give me the ball and I'm gonna put it in the opponent's box. Sensational players. Taking on one or two players made Declan Rice, who's like 6'4", strong man, look like a little girl out there. Federico Chiesa is a stud, absolute stud. Absolutely. And also Verratti, I thought had his best game, and he was sensational. And before the game, I thought the midfield was going to be the key. Verratti was the best midfielder in that game by far. He was sensational, 100%. Sensational.
100%. And also Insigne, he's been so underrated throughout this whole tournament. The way he's been playing for them, it's just this team. I think it's crazy when we thought about it, when we talked about it before the Euros even started, and we gave a little bit of a preview of it. And I was like to you guys, I'm like, bro, this team is stacked. I did not know how stacked of talent that they had. Obviously, I had questions about them. The players that they've had. Can it translate to a major tournament? And this team just, blew all the expectations. Just a class performance from, like you said, the best team since day one, literally.
And you also said though, credit. And you also said that the way they play, it's made for tournament football. That's why the Italians are always in not the last World Cup, but 2016, in the quarterfinal, obviously 2012, all the way to the final. So the Italians and how they play back then it was, just outstanding defense. Now it's just multiple ways of how to play. The Italians know how to play fucking tournament ball. So the Italians are always going to be a problem, I think.
Yo, and they're mental giants too. Look at Chiellini before the penalty shootout against Spain. Zero nerves. Mind you, I don't think he took one, but it translates. When you see when you see your leader smiling, mental giants, man.
That goes back to Southgate. Because how he plays it's like, bro, you're inviting danger, especially with a good team. Especially with a good team
in your team.
Exactly.
You don't instill confidence in your team, and I really do believe that. Obviously, it's a little bit off topic. I think I say it all the time. I'm like, I think Southgate, you can have comparisons with him and Ole at United. It just when you play negative football, it affects the players. It really does. At some points, he does, bro.
When, bro?
Yeah, he does, bro. I can see the comparison of Rice and Calvin Phillips and Fred and McTominay, bro. I really do believe that.
Man. Yes, he does, you deadass hate Ole for no reason. Negative football, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
The problem about that, at least Ole gives the freedom and the just say freedom of those attacking players to do what they want. They
He
don't do
trusts
that.
his talent.
I get that.
It's very
But
simply
he's
put.
still afraid to concede. He does. That's why he plays
He's
that double
not.
pivot of Fred and McTominay.
He plays that double
does.
pivot. He plays that double pivot when Pogba's injured. When Pogba's
Bro,
injured,
we
what do you
play
want him
it
to
and
play?
they play Pogba at left wing, bro. He does. Does he not?
Okay. He does that once in a while. Once every 10 games.
Bro, when Pogba was playing, he was playing left, bro.
There's certain
But
games.
forget it.
There's
Let's not.
Yeah, but he played great at left wing, by the way.
I don't want to hang up on this topic. We'll talk about when club season turns on. But like I said before, when you play negative tactics, it affects the players and the talent that they have. It's just, man, it just hurts to see how they play like that. It's just not right. It's not right. So, I mean, it's up to the English FA now to look at what the future is. I mean, they have a World Cup in 1 year, so we'll see.
And for all my English fans, guess what, bro? He's gonna stay. He's gonna. I mean, I think they already talked about it. I think he's got like a 2-year extension or something. Good
luck.
He's there to stay. Sorry, boys. I know they beat Germany like on their lowest. That's never gonna happen again. That was 50 years,
bro.
And it's just
cup final, bro, at your home. Like, come on, bro.
You know what's funny? I'm not 100% sure on this, and I probably should have done some research beforehand, but I'm pretty sure Prince William has a hand in the FA. I think he might have a high role in the FA. And you can literally see him visibly confused as to what the fuck Southgate was doing. He was like counting his fingers.
David Beckham, bro.
And just made a weird face, like counting his fingers. Like, where's everyone else in the FA? If he is on the FA board, everyone else probably reacted the same. I mean, who didn't? And they're going to hand that guy an extension. You do not do that. Fire the guy. Be ruthless. Do something Southgate doesn't do. Should have subbed off Harry Kane, by the way, who was horrible.
Oh.
We don't got to go too crazy into that.
I don't know.
Be ruthless, bro.
The main reason why. But let's get to the biggest talking point, the penalty shootout, which was, I mean, talk about nerves. It was tense. I mean, I was obviously not a full neutral. I wanted the Italians to win, but I am a neutral. I don't really care who wins. And even I was like, wow, this is very tense. I believe who was first for the Italians to score the penalty?
Berardi, no?
No.
Berardi.
Yes, Berardi.
Steps up first. Bang. And obviously, if you go first, you have a way better chance of winning now. That's like the stats that I always see now. Yep. Harry Kane, big time penalty. And then from there on, it was downhill. I think
Belotti missed.
He did miss.
Belotti missed. Harry Maguire smashed it. Then it went downhill.
Big time. Yeah.
Then it went downhill.
Yeah. Your boys.
By the way, your boys. By the way, Luke Shaw scores the only goal in the final for England. Maguire smashes his penalty, but somehow Manchester United choked away the Euros for England. I love the hate that this club gets. As Tico always says, if they hate you, you're doing something right, or whatever you say about United. But
that's like the most pathetic
hated,
thing.
adored,
so pathetic,
never ignored.
Never ignored. But Rashford, I will say this: Sancho, let's relax a little. He doesn't take penalties. He's not a penalty taker.
Not a penalty.
That was awful penalty though.
It was. I agree.
Like, horrendous. One of the worst penalties I've ever seen.
You're getting paid
in a final.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars a week. You should be smashing penalties. Rashford deserves not racism, by the way, you fucking freaks in England. I mean, deserves criticism. Obvious. He deserves criticism. He deserves criticism because he smashes penalties, dude. And then he takes 20 minutes to run up to the pen. And then
that's why I knew he was going to miss.
It was a slow-ass penalty, by the way. If he shot that in Donnarumma's direction, it's getting saved easily.
One hand.
Yeah. So, Rashford let England down. Saka, a 19-year-old kid. He's a child.
But I just want to know, with that big boy from Manchester City, the guy who claims to be, a top baller, all this and that, Where is Raheem Sterling? Where is he? I want to know.
Raheem Sterling.
I just want to
Doesn't have it
know,
in him.
bro.
The Man City player who was raised in Liverpool's fucking side, not in him, bro. He kept his second place medal on because he's soft.
Oh,
He
and also
settled for the final.
those English players taking off the medal. Like, bro, we all know deep down you want to keep it on, bro. You're a bunch of losers, bro.
I don't know
Stop
about
it.
that.
What,
Where
bro?
was this-
That's all they're gonna win. They haven't
Where
won
was this
nothing.
talk? Where was this talk when the United players took it off? I didn't see you complaining when Rashford took it off in the Europa League final, but you're
First of
complaining
all-
when he takes it off in the
First of
Euro
all, I
final.
don't watch that junior varsity league. I don't give a
Nah,
damn
you
who
watched
wins
it.
that.
You watched it.
I really don't, and I don't care. So
You do not
like,
keep your second place medal
fact-
on. Nobody does. That's it. Messi didn't keep his on ever.
that's-
Where were the
don't-
complaints?
Don't compare English players to Messi, bro.
No,
Messi's a
but people
winner.
say no, because
English,
I'll tell you right now.
bro. But okay, but listen right now. Most likely, from what we know from history, those English players, that's probably their only medal.
No.
Don't be taking it
That's
off.
not
You
true.
know, bro.
not
I know from
stop
watching them.
it.
You know damn well you want to keep
Stop
it on.
it.
You little
Hell
losers,
no.
bro. Little losers.
No,
No.
bro.
They don't want to keep it
No,
on.
bro. You could call them losers, but it doesn't. You can't say that they're content with being second place, especially at home. Like, no, bro. They're definitely
No way.
disappointed. Definitely
No way.
emotional. Nah, bro. That's kind of.
You know who
I'm
kept
not-
it on? You know who kept it on? The ones that are old, that won't be back. The ones that know that they're shit. The ones that settle for second place. Raheem Sterling, Jordan Henderson,
Hold on.
the second and third goalkeeper kept it on. Obviously, they're not going to be back at this stage ever, probably.
Tyrone Mings.
right? Tyron, I didn't even know that he was.
I
within that.
honestly don't watch no fucking. I hate watching the celebration shit. It's like that. To be fair, I was in the. Listen, everybody knows I was with the Italians celebrating with them live. She was like, shout out to my Italians. I was Italian for a day. I lied to them. I was like, my name's fucking Vinny Carbonaro. They gave me free drinks, so I had.
I heard you cheered. I heard you cheered when Rashford missed pen to fit in because you were scared you were gonna get jumped or something.
Actually, that's the complete opposite. I swear to everything I love, when Rashford missed, I was like, fuck. And then they looked at me like, bro, what the fuck? And I was just like, listen, I don't know. And I looked at them like, yeah.
There's an
in the back of the
imposter
car
among
somewhere.
us. There's an imposter among us.
Maybe. Nah, it just, I can't, bro. As a United fan, that shit hurts, especially my guys. Sancho, honestly, I knew Sancho was going to miss. I'm like, bro, this guy he's not a fucking, he's not a
Bro,
penalty taker.
he's just not like that. Like, I saw it in his face,
Stop it.
bro. He was like trying to like calm himself down, like he's gonna make a top bin or something.
I don't
I
want
knew it.
to make excuses for them, but Jose Mourinho said it perfectly. He's like, when you're not playing consistently, when you don't have even the ball for like 20 minutes, you come in and you're supposed to take a penalty shot. I don't want to make excuses. These guys are professional athletes. Dog, it's a penalty. You score them. At least
I'll be very clear.
That definitely plays a factor.
I'll be very clear.
You just can't come in.
Southgate, that is like
Penalties
talk about putting all the pressure in the world on two young players. Rashford, it's kind of complicated because the dude. I mean,
Rashford got to score then, bro.
He's got to score that.
He got to score.
Or like
penalty taker from
at least give yourself a chance. Sancho,
score that, man.
It was a terrible penalty, but he should never even be in that position.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get back to. Sterling, Jack Grealish. Let's talk about him after all this talk and stuff. Goes on Twitter, starts crying. I want to take a penalty. Even if you didn't. Guess what? You watched,
with that?
but he watched a 19-year-old kid who never took a penalty.
Yo, let me ask you a question, Ahmed.
Come on now.
Ahmed, you saw the video, Ahmed. I sent you the video.
I did.
What the hell did you want Grealish to do? Fight Southgate?
No.
Please.
Listen.
That's not happening, bro.
Listen, it's easy for us to say, I get it. We're fans. I get it. But especially for Sterling, I'll be a little easy on Grealish.
Yeah.
But still for Grealish, the fact that they both watch a 19-year-old kid walk up and take the pen and they don't say nothing, they're like, oh, okay. We're gonna
No, hold up. Do you understand that you have to give in the list beforehand, right?
Bro, he was walking around Southgate asking him, who wants
No,
like,
in the video you can see.
Are you confirming for this spot? Right there, because I thought he went to I think he goes to Saka first.
No,
And I think
Sancho. He goes to Sancho.
No.
I'm
saying like he goes to Saka before Grealish.
He doesn't go to Grealish at all in the video, Ahmed.
He went to bro. I saw
he didn't.
confirmation.
He didn't go to Grealish at all.
No. That's cap. I saw
Honestly,
the whole thing. I watched it live, bro.
I'm telling you, he didn't go to Grealish.
He did.
In my opinion, the worst, like the person that deserves the most blame for that whole penalty shootout is Southgate. Like I can't see how anybody's gonna. Yeah, true, but like overall, like man, like Saka, 19 years old,
never taken a penalty before.
Never
That's
taken a penalty before. Fate of a nation on him. 19 years old, first Euro tournament, plays well throughout the tournament. You give him this, it's just not right. You can't do that to a young player like that. But, you know, all the support they're getting, obviously the racism stuff is absolutely disgusting. And this is just a story that we keep hearing on and on and on. When me and Ahmed, our episode, we were talking about Raheem Sterling and everything that he deals with the media, to the fans, to everything. These guys, you know, these are young males, young adults. They like, it's disgusting. You can't do that to them. It's only sport at the end of the day. I get the passion and everything, but you know, I was seeing videos of African Americans, just people of color just running home after the game, and that's just stuff that you can't have.
That's like,
it's disgusting. And so I don't know. That's definitely an issue that we probably can't resolve on Shirts for Skins podcast. But, you know, that's just disgusting stuff. And I hope these kids have a bright future regardless, for England, especially.
Listen, bro,
considering the talent, if they get a good manager, they'll be in a final again. Like, I promise you they'll be in a final again if they get the right people in charge. So credit to these kids. My support's all with them. They're getting a lot of support, especially that mural of Rashford.
Yeah.
The hearts on it. That was inspirational for players at Manchester United, for Rashford, especially Rashford. What he's done for England.
Oh, that's the craziest part, bro. This dude, go ahead, Ahmed.
But did we not say this about the fans of England? That's why they're like not only arrogant when it comes to this sport. What have you done, you bunch of losers? And then now you're closet racist. Like, just bums, bro. Never again.
To be honest.
Oh, well, I mean, now we all know. But I'm saying, like,
even before
never again should there be a final ever again, like in fucking England. Never again. They don't deserve it. And hold on.
I get that.
And I don't know if that's true that black people were running out the stadium.
They were
because they were scared. That right there, bro. Like, that's like
shows.
That gets me going. Like that pisses me off. Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
that's like crazy.
And like you said, Rashford single-handedly fed $200 million pounds or euros worth of food to the fucking nation. And you're telling me this guy deserves racist abuse?
Listen,
fucking stupid racist English
he's
fans.
better than any man in England.
Yeah,
100%.
I get that. I brought up that point, but that doesn't exclude you from getting criticized about your football game. The racism, you can't have that. That's absolutely disgusting. And it feels like this is like a fucking shitting on England and the nation of
as it should be.
Like, and I was seeing something about how like domestic violence cases go up after England loses. Like,
that has a lot to do with drinking, but yeah,
definitely. But that's part of the English culture, if we're gonna be honest. But you know, this isn't a fucking sociology class about England. So
and that's why they will continue to be trash and will never ever be the same level as a Germany, as a Spain, as in Italy. Never. You can only dream. It's never coming home, bro. Never.
All I know is that the United States have more trophies in the last 20 years.
Algeria, baby.
International trophies than England. Shout out to the United States of A, baby.
Guys, let's finish off our Euros talk with our pre-selected team of the tournament, and we picked 6 categories. that we gave awards to. So we'll start with that. I think we should start with that first. So we have player of the tournament, young player of the tournament, breakout star, disappointing player of the tournament, breakout team, and the disappointing team of the tournament. Let Tiku, I'll let you start off with our pick for the disappointing team of the tournament. Your dark horse.
I mean, it's definitely, obviously disappointing team, Turkey. I think that was pretty obvious. Me especially, that was my dark horse. I kind of gassed them up a little bit too much. I've said it, they made me look like an absolute fool to the public. So I mean, what is there much to say? Good team on paper when you look at them. They were in Euro qualifying in the games leading up. They were winning games. Obviously, performances themselves in the games weren't that good, but they were winning. And I think that speaks to a lot, especially in the tournament. You don't need to have the best performance as long as you get points. You can nick a win here and there, but how they've played, I think they've lost all games. I think they didn't even win one game, and I think they've scored like one goal in all those games and conceded maybe like 5.
It was a cracker.
Man, it's just it was man, listen. Just disgusting. A lot of them players. Burak Yilmaz, somebody that basically carried Leo to a league title, especially in the end stretch of the thing. He showed his true form. Maybe I shouldn't gas up Liga on players again. I've always said it to myself. I'm like, attacking players from Liga on, unless you're like an Mbappe or Neymar, you really need to chillax on them. Dembele. But, overall performances was just absolutely disgusting for a team that, like I said, it was my dark horse and is good on paper. So, disappointing team of the tournament, Turkey.
So I'll let Ahmed take the third one. I'll tell you this one, breakout team of the tournament. We went with Czech Republic. I mean, you can take this one. Yeah, what a side. Like, they finished their group really tied for second, but the third place did them a favor. And then they went on to beat the Netherlands, which, by the way, was looking really good up until that point. Really, really good. Yeah. And then they narrowly lose to Denmark in the quarterfinals. Overall, just aside, really, I don't think any of us expected this, really. I think Ahmed did.
To be fair, Ahmed did.
I
didn't expect quarterfinals.
Like, it's a good, quarterfinals. Yeah, but I didn't expect that.
I'm wrong for them.
Yeah.
No, I mean, bro, they got good players.
They do. It was surprising to me, and they really cemented themselves. Like, they are a side that people need to look out for now. They weren't that before the tournament. Now they are. So 2018 World Cup coming up, especially.
Obviously, definitely on the back of Patrick Schick, how he played.
We'll get to him.
He was, we'll definitely get to him. But Czech Republic, unbelievable side. Performances was very, very well. They played hard in every game that they've been a great manager, great side, great players to put in for Czech Republic. That's not a huge footballing nation. I think they probably didn't they make it to a Euro final or something?
1998.
Was that when they versed Denmark?
96.
When they versed
Germany.
Yeah,
Germany.
Was it Denmark?
Was it
Germany?
No, Denmark was 92.
It was Germany. When did Germany win? 96? 96 Germany won, I believe. Czech Republic made the final.
96, yeah.
Czech Republic made the final.
So, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, they're not a huge football nation, obviously, when you compare them to like the big guys. But, good for them. Unbelievable tournament for them.
Ahmed. Next one. Disappointing player of the tournament.
And
tell us.
You guys probably won't believe this, but I was trying to convince these two guys that this guy wasn't. But it is Bruno Fernandes, the Portuguese / Manchester United player. I was making the case that it was more of the coaching, that he was put in spots to fail. Yeah, but still, he was not good. I think Tico brought up the fact that it was his first major tournament, and a huge failure. A lot of people were expecting him to be, like the Robin to Ronaldo's Batman. That did not happen. And Portugal as a whole were pretty disappointing, obviously going out, in the round of 16. That's why, we got Bruno, a lot of guys I would have named as well. Imape, Serge Gnabry, but Bruno takes home the crown of the most disappointing player of the Euro 2020, which I won't argue with. Fine by me.
It's funny. Most of you, I mean, we talk about this, but whenever we do our awards, we do, obviously best out of three, like 3-person vote. So people probably would have expected, if we had posted this without this episode, they would have expected like Ahmed and then one of us switching to the dark side.
Oh,
but it was the United fans who voted. We hold our players accountable. That's the good thing about us.
okay.
Tiku, you were kind of getting into this guy, the breakout star of the tournament, Euro 2021. Who is it? Who did we name?
Patrick Schick, the Czech Republic man. Unbelievable performance for somebody that was pretty. I think he was I wouldn't say highly touted, but people knew who he was in the European club circles. But the way he's turned up this tournament for the Czech Republic, like I said, carried them, joint top Golden Boot winner, tied with Ronaldo. That's it. He had that wonder goal, which probably is the goal of the tournament. It could be a Puskás winner, who knows? But overall, he embodied that whole Czech Republic side. He carried them to the quarterfinals, obviously beating the Dutch side that was very, very good. He's a special player and special performance in the Czech Republic. Patrick Schick.
And by the way, UEFA
of the tournament.
Put some respect on this dude's name. Naming Lukaku over him.
Disgusting.
I understand people have agendas against
Lukaku's
Ronaldo.
good.
I've
Lukaku's
come to
good.
terms with that. People will have agendas against Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You're gonna put Schick over Lukaku. You're gonna put Lukaku
Lukaku was
over
pretty
Schick.
good, but he was not better than Schick. Schick,
Definitely
though,
not better than Schick.
Not better than
Obviously,
Ronaldo either, but
this-
agendas, they exist.
another Bundesliga player.
Ahmed, honestly, I can name you a couple players that are better than Lukaku, and that doesn't take away from Lukaku. He had a great tournament. I just feel like there was a couple other guys that played well. Obviously, Ronaldo, like you said, I've come to terms with that as well. Ronaldo, to me, I don't want to obviously, I voted for him as player of the tournament. I think he played well outside of just his tap-ins and his penalties.
That's a little too
which
much.
it felt like
fanboyism there.
Didn't you also say
it
Maguire was player of the tournament?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what? I thought Maguire was absolutely sensational, bro. And I couldn't care less what people think. My opinion. People have their own opinions. I couldn't care less. But obviously, Maguire has a better case because he went to the finals, but Ronaldo got knocked down in the round of 16. But overall, since he's got knocked down, he was probably the best player. But Schick, how do you not have him in the official thing? Ahmed, you might like this. Honestly, I thought Robert Lewandowski was better than Lukaku this tournament.
Oh, Robert
Lewandowski
he carried
Great.
that team to the best he could.
did.
He stepped up,
Yeah.
and he could have had even more goals. Like, he could have had double the
Yeah.
goals he had, and he still, I thought he scored 3 or 4 goals. So
Yeah.
Lewandowski, with the talent around him as well.
Also, I thought someone like Memphis Depay was very good. But, Lukaku, I don't want to take away from Lukaku. He had a great tournament. He was very good. He played a big part, in especially when De Bruyne was out. And he did his thing. He carried the load. But, I just thought a lot of other players were ahead of him. But excuse our little rant about the official Euro player of the tournament. Because, the Stretchford Skins player of the team of the tournament is way better.
Of course it is. We've been saying this
Unbiased.
since last year. So I'm going to take this one. Our young player of the tournament, which, by the way, the guidelines, just so everyone's clear, 22 years old or younger, so under 23, U23 player. We chose the Barcelona man, Pedri, who was just so phenomenal, man. Like, let me just give you some quick stats. Most accurate through balls in the Euros tournament, Pedri. Most shot-creating chances in the Euro tournament, Pedri, 27. Most goal-creating actions, Pedri with 5. This guy was, and that's stats. Then you bring on your eyes, use your eyes.
Yeah.
This guy was
Yeah,
just
he's class.
class. He's 18 years old, I think. 19,
17, I believe.
No, I think he turned 18.
19.
But plays for Barcelona. He's a great player. He's a starter for Spain. This is possibly the breakthrough Spain were hoping they could get, because you lost Xavi, you lost Iniesta, you've been missing something in that Spain team, and obviously they're missing a striker, but they never needed a striker historically. Pedri can be such a pivotal player for this team.
100%.
He was world class. I love his game. I can't wait to see him develop as a player. It's going to be very interesting to see. Any comments?
No, I mean, he's sensational. 18 years old, playing in a major tournament like that, your first major tournament like that. He was, I mean, arguably probably their second best player, maybe the best player in that whole Spanish team. And I think Luis Enrique said it. Not even Iniesta did what he did.
Yeah. At that age, especially, Pedri, top class player.
Who do you think he is, bro? Rooney?
He might think he's Rooney, but we'll see how his career goes.
He's definitely a sensational player. At his age, what he's doing, the amount of games he's played, that might be a little bit of
we're gonna kill this dude.
Especially now that he's gonna play for, I believe, for the Olympics team. He's a young kid. Let's hope they don't wear him out so young. You can say that about a lot of players, but when he does play, this guy's an absolute class. Influences games a lot. I think you only said it well, especially when you through those years you haven't been there to actually replace a Xavi and Iniesta. I'm not saying that he's exactly a prototype of them, but having an influential player in that midfield, that what Pedri does, that's a great shout. Great player. I personally, I had Damsgaard winning it. I think Damsgaard he was phenomenal for Denmark at his age, for somebody that me especially, I really didn't know that much about him. I think he played for Sampdoria or something.
Sampdoria.
Great player. The way he played, especially against that free kick against England, class player. And also Pedri's teammate. I mean, obviously he didn't make the cut in the criteria of young player, but Dani Olmo's class for Spain as well. So, definitely a lot of good young players showed up, but Pedri was definitely the brightest star out of all of them.
For sure. I think the last one is player of the tournament for us, and that's Marco Verratti. We're going to stay with the Italians here. Marco Verratti, I thought in the final was the best player. He controlled that midfield. I believe he got the assist, but not just the final. The last 2 or 3 games for Italy, he was sensational. I mean, I've always said that he's not, in my definition, world class. You got to be a top 5 player in your position, and I never thought that Verratti was world class. Now he's got world class talent, but he's never put it together. But those last 3 games, I mean, that was as good as it gets for a midfielder. So big ups to Marco Verratti. He was sensational and a huge part to why Italy won that whole fucking Euro 2020.
Yeah. And let's get to. Oh, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Listen, because Verratti was my boy. You guys know that. I've been saying that he's been sensational this whole time. I mean, play the tournament. I had Ronaldo. Just to say it again. I don't give a fuck if people call me a fanboy. I think Ronaldo was sensational, but Verratti.
It's a fangirl.
Obviously, you can. Well, don't fuck yourself. But looking at it, obviously, people could say he didn't play all 7 games for Italy, but he played 5, man. And he played in the biggest games, and he was sensational in every game. You can't name me one performance that he was bad. I feel like people don't understand it. I swear to God, rewatch the game. Just look at Verratti. He does the stuff that wins you matches, bro. And that's what world-class players do. Ahmed, he's world-class, in my opinion. Maybe because he plays for PSG, you don't really see it that much. But I rate Verratti a lot. Obviously, you can say multiple. Especially this Italian team, you can say multiple names like Gigi Donnarumma, who won Player of the Tournament. That's a good shout. Chiesa, Bonucci, Chiellini. You can say a lot of players, but Verratti, what he does, the small things, that's what wins you games. That's what wins you European championships, and they did, and he was sensational. So I think rightfully so, Player of the Tournament. He deserves it.
Marco Verratti.
Let's go to the team of the tournament. So how about this? I'll give the back line. Ahmed, you can give the midfield, and then Tiku will give the forwards. So in goal, we have UEFA's player of the tournament. We have Gigi Donnarumma. Great player. He had a good tournament. I think up until the final, it was pretty even between him and Pickford, and it did stay kind of even. Even in the final, they saved the same amount of penalties. But
but hold up, I want to get to that point because I knew you were gonna say it. Well, I was watching Pickford. This dude was jumping way early, bro.
That was so
early. Like
he was very jumpy.
And he still didn't even save like those penalties.
They jumped early from left. I don't think his foot left the line.
He jumped early. But I watched it.
Donnarumma won the tournament. That's what matters. And he's a great goalkeeper. He's heading to PSG this summer. He has a great game, bro. He's only 22. He could have been our young player of the tournament and player of the tournament possibly. So props to him. At right back, we have Antonio Valencia. Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich. Ahmed, you vouch for this guy a lot, but he's world class. You do, and
dude, like he's like the best midfielder in the world. Like vouch for him. Just watch him.
And yet, he is not a Euro champion. No, but Kimmich is a world-class player. Kimmich is probably not only world-class in his position at CDM, but he's world-class at right back, and he's probably the most versatile player in the world right now. So,
anywhere.
Then we got Bonucci. Bonucci versus Chiellini, they were pretty even, but it's got to be the guy who said it's coming on.
And scored.
What a bad man, bro.
And scored the penalty.
And scored the penalty. Good man.
Come on now.
So
and I'm not a big Bonucci fan.
I'm a huge Bonucci fan. I love Bonucci.
Tico has those AC Milan ties. But yeah. Then at left center back, the one and only Harry Maguire.
Boo.
Boo, yeah, boo. Fuck you, man. Maguire is a world-class defender. Top 3 in the world. The vote won. It's Maguire. Not much more to say. And next to him, another United man. Look at him, Matt. He's so angry. He's so mad right now. 2 United.
Yeah, bro. The guy who I voted for. Luke Shaw. Yes.
What? Don't act like because you're on the camera now, you weren't talking crazy shit about Maguire.
Nah, he voted
Maguire. Yeah, Maguire. I'll be totally honest. Harry Maguire, of course, you guys are here. 2 out of 3. I'm gonna lose. But Harry Maguire, for me, was highly overrated. Had a horrible final. Was basically giving the ball to Italy at times. He was like, bro. Watch him without no bias, like attachment.
There's no bias.
That final was bad. That final was bad.
It was horrendous. However, left back, I have no problem with.
Luke Shaw, my player of the tournament, by the way. And I don't think that's crazy at all. Most assists, scored a goal in the final. World-class player, played good defensively. Luke Shaw, he is the best left back in the world right now.
Yeah, for 2 weeks, he can have it, bro. That's great.
Yeah, Alphonso Davies is injured, by the way, for like another 2 months.
Well, Alphonso Davies has done more before he even turned 20. Don't compare levels, bro.
Actually, Luke Shaw was in the Premier League Team of the Year before he turned 20, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah,
I don't think you know who we're talking about right now.
Can you put his Champions League medal on the table? No, he can't.
You put Shaw on Bayern,
probably ate it.
Champions League.
Can you put
your little Mickey Mouse trouble, bro? Stop it. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Alphonso Davies,
by the way,
doesn't even have a Euro Cup second place medal, by the way, and he won't. Yeah. Not a Euro Cup, a Gold Cup. So
he's better get a Gold Cup. Watch.
Yeah. Since he's injured, he can't.
He's injured
for the next 4 weeks. That's 4 weeks. Plus, I'll be as a player.
Anyway,
what is this?
Go to the midfield, Ahmed.
We'll go to the midfield. We got Marco Verratti. Obviously, we just talked about him. One of the best players in the whole tournament. For us, you'll see later on. Forsberg, the first Berg in the midfield. He was sensational for Sweden. Scored goals. Just did everything for Sweden. Højbjerg, who I thought was the best midfielder this entire tournament. For what he had to do for that Denmark team, he was like the glue, in my opinion. Højbjerg, a former Bayern Munich player, now to see him fully developed and polished, it's good to see that midfield is stacked and it's well deserved. Højbjerg, Forsberg, and Marco Verratti.
Incorrect. Vikings, by the way, 2 Vikings and the Roman Emperor.
Couple Bergs.
Listen,
Bergs.
can I just say it?
Say it.
About who I think should have.
The one who was
Højbjerg.
ousted.
Oh, Paul Scholes, bro. You're gonna say? Go ahead.
No, I'm not. But Højbjerg, great player, great thing. But man, Pogba should have been in the team of the fucking tournament, bro. I'm sorry, bro. For the games that he's been, he was absolutely sensational for France. Højbjerg. Sorry, man.
That's just.
Yeah, you know what's by the way, disclaimer to the audience: the way we tie broke this, or re-voted, we basically did like everybody picks their first, second, and third. So like first place gets 3 points, second 2, last place 1, and me and Ahmed both had Højbjerg as first, and this kid didn't have him in the team at all. So
At all.
He had Pogba, Fred, and McTominay as his top 3. Actually.
Oh my God! Stop it, bro. What are you talking about? Listen, shout out to my boys. Fred, even though Copa America final was pretty shit, but
he played good
Pogba,
throughout the
come on,
tournament.
man. Pogba was absolutely he did, but you know at the final he
Fred is
choked.
disgusting.
So Forsberg, considering the circumstances and the context of what team he plays with and the style of football that he plays with, 4 goals, influenced the game multiple times. Probably Sweden's only attacking outlet outside of Isak, who Forsberg did a lot for him, gave him a lot of space, let him do his thing. Forsberg was absolutely sensational. Verratti, not much to say about him. Played the tournament, great player, did well. Højbjerg, I don't want to make a scene. I hate doing this because it feels like I'm disrespecting this guy. He was really good. But I can't be definitive to say that he was actually Denmark's best player.
I didn't say he was the best player.
But how you gonna have him team of the year? Like
because without him, Denmark don't go as far. France had Pogba playing at his best, and they still lost to Switzerland. You got outplayed by Granit Xhaka.
I mean, like,
thank you very much.
I wouldn't say he got outplayed by Granit Xhaka, but you know, Pogba was actually playing very, very well that game until
he gave the ball away. Yeah.
But Pogba deserves a little bit of respect. I get it. He got knocked out early, but you know, whatever. I'm not mad at.
Listen, bro. I just feel like Pogba is a superstar. He's gonna keep getting his shine. These guys, for what they did for the like these past 2 weeks, just you know, respect is due for them.
Definitely. No, I definitely respect it. So let's get into the front 3, the attacking 3, left wing, Cristiano Ronaldo. Cry, everybody cry. He deserved to be in the official fucking bullshit. Nobody gives a fuck. You can't troll people that Ronaldo didn't get into it when obviously he deserved to be in it. So
and what's their number one argument, Tico? And what's their number one argument? It was penalties. But they're the same people who complain about why can't professional footballers make penalties. Oh, Rashford, Saka, Sancho should have made it.
Yeah. When you call him Penendez or Penaldo, like I said before, I thought he did pretty well overall with the link-up play and passing the ball. Not the best, but he was really good, especially his age and how negative Portugal play. He did his thing. Starting at our number 9, Patrick Schick, who we talked about before. I'm not going to get into it even more. Joint top goal scorer with Ronaldo. Considering that Czech Republic team, what he's done for them, carrying them, absolutely deserves it. And at right wing, Federico Chiesa. Absolutely. When he's come off the bench, when he started, you could say Italy's most attacking threat, most explosive player, game-changing player, can win you games with his absolute ability and talent. Deserves it. Sterling probably had a good shout for that too, but Chiesa, sad that he went out in the final with injury. I thought he played really well that game, but you know, still won it. Still deserves his credit. Chiesa, Ronaldo, Schick, Chiesa. That's our front 3.
A perfect.
That rounds out our team. Definitely, I agree with that. Definitely a perfect front 3. I mean, you know, you can have a couple other guys that you can talk about. I thought Højbjerg for Denmark. He was absolutely sensational. Ahmed, you might like this. I think I told you this before about Lewandowski. I thought.
But I would not have Lewandowski on this team though. He was better than some players, but he.
But considering he got out in the group stage, you can't really put him. I thought Harry Kane, especially during the end stretch, started playing better. But being a starting 11 at that, and shout out my boy Shaqiri, always a god for Switzerland.
Not bad.
Yeah. We've avoided talking about Copa America pretty much every episode because it's not a real
because
competition.
I haven't watched any of the games.
I don't think anyone has
until the final, and I stopped watching and then rewatched because the shit was awful.
Yeah. Copa America, not a real competition. If you gave me a 1 in 10 chance, mind you, I swear to God, you could put 11 players in the back. You're making the knockout stage in Copa America. You can get 3-4 draws. Guaranteed. But Lionel Messi finally gets his international trophy in a reduced size.
Respect, though.
In a reduced sized Copa America tournament. Congratulations, Messi. Great player. I've consistently said he is the most talented football player in terms of skill.
Ain't no hot take.
Ain't no hot take at all. Absolutely not. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Argentina's goalie. We all know who he is. Aston Villa's man. I'm very happy for him. I don't remember. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
What you even talking about, bro?
You know what's funny, Ahmed? You could say that, but I swear to God, I haven't said this on the podcast, but I've always said Argentina relies on Di Maria more than they rely on Messi. Yeah. I don't care.
That's
I don't care.
Bro, you should be banned from talking about the sport.
I don't care. I don't care. Di Maria, it's not a surprise that when Di Maria finally plays a final.
You get too excited sometimes, bro.
No. He just finished.
No.
Just finished.
When Di Maria finally plays a final, not surprised. Not surprised at all.
Man, please stop talking to me about that dude before I literally get this podcast suspended from all platforms. So I'd rather not speak ill on that dude that I will not say his name. Because if I do, I might go on a tantrum.
Listen.
So let's go. Let's keep it going.
I mean, to actually get to the game, listen, I don't know how people said that was.
I'm not even going to talk about
soccer.
the game, to be honest.
That's disgusting football. That is like American football. I mean, they were tackling every 5 seconds. Well, I'm not even joking. Even in the semifinal against Colombia, was it? Yeah, Colombia. Bro, like those last 20 minutes, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And that was basically the whole game against Brazil. And Brazil should be ashamed because they have way too much talent to be playing like that. But I mean, Argentina, listen, they got the job done. You can say what it is. It is, a pretty shaky fucking competition. I don't know, like any competition that has no extra time, that like has 2 groups. Well, whatever. It's gonna count.
Yeah, it's weird.
And once I saw that final, once that final whistle blew and I saw Messi celebrate like that, I mean, well, like you can even be a Messi hater. I don't know anybody like that's a Messi hater. Like, how can you hate this guy? But that was great to see. That's something that I'm always gonna remember. Like seeing Messi get his first trophy for Argentina. Obviously, it's sad that Maradona wasn't alive to see it. But I mean, Messi, that's great for him. They'll probably have it in 2030 now. So he's probably good for now. That's it.
100%.
I really don't want to get into the game itself. We know it's disgusting football that they play out there, but overall, Messi, definitely congratulations to him. Congratulations to all Messi fans around the world. Guys finally did it. Obviously, it took a little bit longer than it should have, but I'm happy for him. I think when at the end of the day, regardless of who whatever side you're on, the Ronaldo or Messi thing, we're grateful. We should be just absolutely grateful that we're seeing these 2 guys play at the same time and for a long time play against each other in the same league and 2 of the biggest clubs of the world. So go ahead, man. What are you trying to say about that?
I've been watching the sport for a long time. I've never been like one over the other. Like it's impossible. It's impossible. It's not LeBron James versus Michael Jordan because there's no debate. Here, bro, this one is and like
Hot
like
take.
this is kind of a point that I've always wanted to say how lucky we are as sports fan right now. I mean, you talk about every sport you look around. I mean, LeBron James, yeah, he's not Michael Jordan, but he's the second or third greatest player of all time. Lucky. We are lucky. Tennis, Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, we are lucky, bro. We are blessed. Serena Williams, Tiger Woods, Leo Messi, Tom Brady. Well, we are like the luckiest human beings of all time. And like getting back to the Messi and Ronaldo point, bro, like my whole family is Spanish supporters. Like, I mean, me growing up, I was forced to. I mean, like not forced, but I was watching Ronaldinho and in the Barcelona teams. Like, I never ever said that. Oh, like it's gotta be a big competition. Obviously, it is because the media and the fans are gonna make it, but it's impossible to hate one or like to just say, oh, Messi, he's like a bum or something that he's never won a trophy with Argentina, bro. Like, but Messi and Ronaldo are aliens.
Absolutely.
So like
Both of them.
I don't get it.
Both of them. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, at the end of the day, it's fun to point fun, like poke fun on both of them. Messi fans. I feel like the thing that makes it very toxic is the fan bases themselves rather than the players. Obviously, if you want to nitpick on anything, you can make anybody look like a bad person. But overall, Ronaldo and Messi, I don't want to make it too much about Ronaldo, but overall, it's just so like these guys are sensational. And I want Messi. I was rooting for Argentina to win. Obviously, if they lose, I think criticism is valid, especially when Portugal lost. The criticism was valid on Ronaldo because at the end of the day, you lost. Doesn't matter how you play it, you got to win it. But good for Messi, good for Argentinian fans. This is big for them. Something that they've waited a long time, been through a lot of downs. So being at the highest of the highs, it must feel good. And before we probably move on, shout out to Rodrigo De Paul, man of the match for me that game. Played absolutely sensational. Just his move to Atletico is made official, and he's a player that I really rated when he was at Udinese, and to see him play in that final, a big player. When you talk about like Argentinian teammates that failed Messi, like the Higuains and Aguero throughout tournaments and stuff, and see the Paul be that guy that shows up to help Messi win. It was pretty cool. So shout out to him, shout out to Messi, shout out to Argentina.
Yeah.
What's next up, Yoni?
I say
next up, NBA. It's time to talk some Phoenix Suns versus Greece, pretty much, honestly. If I had to describe it one way.
But not last game. Not last game.
Yeah. Last game was
not last game.
A turn of the tide, kind of. We'll see.
Yep. We'll see.
Take us through it, Tiku.
I mean, overall, I think the common thought process is about how Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday haven't showed up in Game 3. They did, and I try to tell you guys. People saying sweep. I'm like, bro, let them get home first. Let's see what happens at their crib. Let's see what happens. Overall,
it's never a series till the away a team wins on the home court.
That's it. And Giannis Antetokounmpo has been absolutely sensational. He's been carrying this team. Great thing. But Drew Holiday showed up. Chris Middleton, some stretches showed up, but they did enough for them to win, and that's all you really ask for from them. So we'll see now. I think Game 4 is going to be vital. Suns get that. It might be over quick, but if they go 2-2 back to Phoenix, it might be until the Game 7. And I try to tell you guys, I said I could see a Game 7. If they show up at home, especially, we'll see. Definitely tomorrow is going to be a huge game for Wednesday. It's gonna be a huge game for either team.
My thoughts are pretty much that it's going exactly how I expected. Phoenix wins the first two. I knew Milwaukee in a must win was going to get game 3. I believe game 4 Phoenix will win, and that's where they go back to Phoenix, possibly close it out. I'm very confident that they will in 5. But I mean, getting to the game, Giannis has been sensational. He's been not forcing things. He's just been dominant. Just get in the paint. They're gonna foul you. Easy free throws, and he's been hitting his free throws. Like, I think.
This is a net series.
Yeah, but it's even better when he's home because you don't got to hear that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 thing, which is
kind of getting worn out though. Yeah.
Nah, I love that. Bro. I love that.
It's kind of getting corny though.
Okay. Nah, I love it.
I would never do that in my life, but whatever. That's certain fans do that, but
bro, didn't you spit on Trae Young or something?
Bro,
this guy, as a Knicks fan, by the way,
I literally watched Trae Young go from dogging Colin Sexton on a high school court to dogging my Knicks on a basketball court. I got no problem with Trae Young. I got a lot of respect for him. He's just very corny. I have no that's facts.
It's corny
because
he cooked Young.
No, he's just corny. Like him, a lot of guys are corny. But it is what it is. There's a lot of respect. Getting to the game though, Giannis has been sensational. I said if Jrue Holiday shows up, they're going to be a hard team to beat. Jrue Holiday showed up at that third quarter in game 3, had a lot of threes, and they won the game. But just from watching it, I mean, I feel like the Bucks have to be perfect. Yeah. The Suns are always in there, and I'm telling you right now, like Devin Booker
had a bad game.
Devin Booker is not going to be that bad, and DeAndre Ayton is not going to be in foul trouble in the third quarter. Chris Paul, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's just hilarious. Sometimes it really is, but he will cook you guys. You know it's coming. You better not give this dude a 15-point lead because he's gonna bury you. So
he's front runner in the NBA.
But I feel like people take that as a knock, though. That he's. I mean, it's a bad connotation. Cool. I get it, but like
it's cool.
He's the best at it. Like there's nobody like him. There's nobody like him. Yeah, I mean, I said everything I wanted to say. Chris Middleton. Oh, also going back to this point, I feel like a lot of people, take this the wrong way when we say that that Chris Middleton is the bad man on the team. I'm not like maybe I should clarify it more. He's not the best player on the team. He's the closer, and Giannis. He's dogging. He's dogging right now. But I want to see Giannis when it's 98, when it's 1 minute left. I want to see if he's doing exactly what he's doing, like when they're up 10 or something. And that's not a shot at him. I mean, he's up 10 because he's dogging them. So, but I just think Chris Middleton, when you got to win the game, it's going to be in his hands. He's not the best player. He's the closer. It was kind of like Kyrie and LeBron James back then.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron was the best player on the team. But Kyrie was the closer.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what
Some
it
guys
is.
are built for it.
I think I was trying to clarify that, especially when we said it last episode or 2 episodes ago when we said that. But Giannis has been. Well, I've always said about Giannis is just an incredible player. His skill set is so unique. I've said he's like a mobile Shaquille O'Neal in terms of he's just so unstoppable at some points to really stop him. And he's a great player. And shout out to Middleton throughout the whole playoffs. He's been really. And
I've never seen him.
I think.
Yeah, you're good.
I was gonna say I didn't think he was gonna keep playing this bad in NBA Finals. I really did. So,
and I've never seen him this confident.
Better.
Like as confident as right now. I mean, since game 1, when we were kind of all waiting for him to see how after that knee injury, he hasn't looked back. I mean, he's been jumping all over people, being aggressive, being strong. I mean, bro, do not put Jay Crowder on this dude, bro. Too small. But there's really nobody else. I mean,
it's too
you got a double.
It's that Miami series from last year. That's why, because he did a pretty good job last year, but
this year, this
year it's not a big.
Simply too small.
He's been sensitive. You can't stop him, man, and especially him. I think if you looked at his regular season performance against the Suns, he's averaging 40 points against them. So, we'll see. Definitely, like I said before, next game's gonna be huge for either side.
I think Ahmed, me and you kind of discussed it. We were like, they're gonna win one at home.
Oh yeah, this is exactly how it is right now.
They're gonna win it in Phoenix.
Oh,
But
Phoenix
you know,
5.
yo, I just wanted to say like one thing that I think is kind of going under, like, no one's fucking talking about it,
From the radar.
is the fact that Phoenix is fucking about to win an NBA final.
Oh,
Like,
the first.
people are acting like
It is
this is
crazy.
a completely normal thing because they've made it seem like it's normal, you know? Throughout these playoffs, they've seemed like that team that's destined to win it. And now Phoenix is about to win their first NBA final. Chris Paul is about to win his first NBA final.
It's not
There it is
over
right there.
though.
There it is.
It's not,
yeah.
but come on, man.
I get what
It's-
you're saying.
No,
I
but
get what you're saying.
But to your point though, I feel like a lot of NBA fans don't want to say nothing right now because of Chris Paul. Like, we don't want to jinx him. 16 years in, he's 2 games away, so close. I feel like when they
Feels like you
if
say
they
that
do
every
win,
year.
if they
His
do
last
but
chance.
but
I
he's
get
in the
it.
NBA finals right now, so
No,
it's not gonna get close like this. But I feel like if they do win and Chris Paul is up there, the finals MVP trophy, and it says Phoenix Suns first time NBA
Great
champions,
move. Great
the
time.
NBA will wake up and recognize that the Phoenix Suns did something great.
Yeah.
Deserve it. And shout out to my dog James Jones.
Oh,
Miami Heat legend.
sensational.
It doesn't it's not a coincidence that he becomes a GM and they start winning going to the
Bro, you gave us
finals. You know how
David Fizdale, bro.
do you remember the like the meme back then that Miami made it to the finals with him? He left, he went to Cleveland, and Cleveland started making the finals. So,
Yeah.
shout out to my dog. He's
The real
Bona fide winner.
The real King James.
bona fide. Oh shit. I say we get into some UFC. I'm mad.
No, hold on.
Oh, hold up.
What happened?
There's a couple more things I wanted to bring up though. I mean, I was gonna talk about Team USA. I feel like that's a little too premature.
Man,
like,
bro,
whatever. It is what it is.
get outta here, bro.
Yeah,
Who
but
cares?
I do have. This is off topic. I was just in my crib, just wondering. Top 5 most clutch NBA players right now.
Oof, man. I know number one. Like number one should be easily. It should be Damian Lillard.
Oh,
I
man,
agree.
I was gonna say
Number
everybody
one,
on
Dame
3
Dollar.
say the name, and I was gonna say Dame as well.
It's Damian
100%.
Lillard.
I agree.
Like, Dame
Dame
time.
Lillard.
That's bona fide. You give him the ball, what he does most of the time. A lot of the time, he's showing up, and he's absolute. That's why I love him. That's why he's one of my.
I'll tell you
favorite
what.
players in the league
I'll
right
tell you
now.
what. I already have my top 5 ready. I'll give you my 5 guys, and then if you agree or not, in order, by the way. Number 1,
Go
Dame
ahead, go
Dollar. We just said it. Dame
Yeah.
Dollar, Dame time. The guy. I mean, that series against the Nuggets, like that game 6, whatever it was, that was like sensational, bro. He is as clutch. I mean, 2014 sending the Rockets home. 2018 sending Westbrook and the Thunder home. This dude is clutch, bro. Number 2, I have Durantula, the Slim Reaper, Kevin Durant. I mean, he's been clutch ever since Texas. dude is like that in the clutch. Number 3, this might be a shock, but I'm going right now. Luka Doncic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Number 3.
I like
hit some
that.
big shots.
As a
That's
rookie,
a good shot.
has not looked back. I mean, he don't care, bro. I mean, I think it's because he obviously grew up playing against grown men, been in those spots and shit. He don't feel the pressure. Still so young, but clutch as hell. Number 4, I'm gonna stick with a European as well. I'm gonna go Nikola Jokic. Number 4, and he
That's a lot. That's a good shot as well.
No complaints. So
number
far,
5. Number 5, I'm gonna close it out. I think it's
Kevin
Kyrie
Knox.
Irving still.
Kevin
think
Knox,
still-
baby.
Kyrie.
Oh,
Kevin Knox. Kyrie Irving.
I have, that's a good list. That's a good list, especially Kyrie Irving. People don't stop fucking around with Kyrie, man. He's a dog. Kevin Durant's a dog. Jokic is such a good. He's underrated as hell in the crunch time. He does a lot in that. Luka.
I feel
about
like
his
that's a
game
perfect
winner.
list. Like this really.
That is a good
Unless-
list, but yo, I'm
I
gonna
think-
tell you something. Yo, you're missing out on one player. This might be a shock to everybody. But one of the most clutchest players in the NBA is Terry Rozier.
yes.
Rozier.
Yes.
Terry Rozier. for the Charlotte
Beast.
Hornets. Bro, I'm telling you right now, go Google it. From when
I
he was
did.
in Boston.
I've seen
He
it.
shows up, and I'm pretty sure I've seen a stat that he scores the most in crunch time situations.
Wow.
And I do believe you're missing out on Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul deserves to be in that top 5. Rozier, bro, let me just settle down a little bit. The closest player that we have to Michael Jordan in this league is Terry Rozier.
Yo,
Oh, that's what stats will do to you, bro.
he says.
It's not stats.
So
It's not stats. Go on Google. Type
Wait,
in Terry
let me tell you
Rozier,
right now.
Michael
Hold up.
Jordan. They are identical. How they play, it's absolutely scary sometimes.
listen,
Please
listen.
Viewers,
Rozier-
I
Rozier's
watched Terry
true-
Rozier. He
his-
know Michael
his-
Jordan. Like,
His true shooting percentage during tightrope situations is 94.9. I don't know what that means.
tell you, bro.
That sounds good.
It sounds good.
no, I mean,
Bro,
bro,
please.
like there's certain guys who are not superstars, but are clutch. It is what it is. I mean, like,
That's it.
bro, like Robert Ory, Big Shot Bob. I mean, there's certain guys that are, just built for it. I think another guy that we're not talking about, Jason Tatum, I think is as clutch as it gets
He's
for
not
it.
good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Listen.
he's very clutch.
All I'm gonna
Uh,
say is it's not a coincidence that Michael Jordan owns the Charlotte Hornets and Terry Rozier plays for them.
What?
It is,
Okay,
I'm just saying.
whatever.
I'm just saying.
By the way, I think in 2021 he's made the most from beyond the arc in
Who?
and clutch.
Terry Rozier in clutch time.
Yo, put some respect on my guy, bro.
Time.
Yeah.
It's a good shout. Educating people. I like that, bro.
Education.
Watch that video, please. Watch Michael
I will-
Jordan,
I will have to.
Terry Rozier. It's crazy.
This is what stats do to people. I want to watch it though. That sounds interesting.
Let's move on though. Let's move on to
Oh boy.
a
Come on.
big time. I mean, let's just get to it. UFC 264 went down this past Saturday. My word. I did say something crazy was gonna happen. Bro, I'm not gonna lie though. If you go watch my whole breakdown, I was pretty much spot on. About the main event. I'm saying everything else. I mean
Yeah,
When the
when
boy
you
Gilbert
predicted
Burns-
that broken tibula, that was
Oh yeah, right, Ahmed? Yeah,
That was
definitely.
good.
okay. But what happened during 4 minutes for that round? Fucking freaks. But hold up. UFC 264 main event: Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier for the 3rd time. Conor McGregor comes out looking like he's ready to actually kill a man. Dustin Poirier looks calm, cool, collected. They get in there. It's vintage Conor, as they say. It was a karate Conor. He was throwing leg kicks. He was throwing spinning kicks. All this vintage Conor, as they say. It was less boxing base and stuff like that. Dustin, though, I will say this about Dustin. Dustin rocked him on the feet as well.
Absolutely.
Forced Conor McGregor to grapple with him, to engage in the clinch. Dustin Poirier, if you watch the slow motion, this is what I do with fights. I watch in slow motion, so I see exactly what happens. Dustin Poirier, his IQ is pushing Conor McGregor back to the cage, and from there on, it was like Khabib versus Conor 2. It was, I mean, domination. Even though
okay, let's
Conor threw
relax a
some
little.
shots.
I don't think
it was literally 10-8 rounds.
No. It was not 10-8. Please,
Bro,
man.
he was-
Please. It was not 10-8, bro.
Bro,
It was
he
not 10-8.
He controlled him for 4 minutes on the ground, and full guard and half guard he had position. Like, what's next? Mount. If he has mount, then he's gonna finish him. He was in his guard, throwing elbows to kill, and then obviously a lot of people had some shit with Dustin. Had his foot in the cage, and they got out the guillotine. Listen, Conor McGregor is probably the biggest cheater in the sport when it comes to like hanging on
he
things.
was cheating
And
at
it's-
his
bro,
chin
and
right
it's-
there in
And
his
it's Herb
fight.
Dean. What is
Yeah.
Herb? Bro, every time Herb
Yo,
Dean
Herb Dean
is gonna
is
fight with
absolutely
Conor McGregor,
disgusting when it comes
he
to
just
Conor,
lets him.
bro.
He lets him do
It's
it.
fucking weird, bro. I don't understand it.
Bro, okay. Can I just say it's not a 10-8, bro? I'm sorry. First of all,
Honestly-
Connor's face was unscathed,
It don't matter
unscathed.
about his face.
not
bro.
touched. He was
Bro,
not touched.
Conor-
His face wasn't touched.
Yo,
Bro.
I'm gonna be
Oh, his
honest.
ear was
I'ma
literally
be
gushing.
honest.
He broke his eardrum.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Dustin was about to end the fight when they went on the feet. Like, to be quite honest, I thought that was gonna be GG's because Dustin was like, "Bro, get up." He was like, "Let's go."
Yeah,
Get
bro,
on the
he let
feet.
him up.
He was ready for it. So
Listen, bro,
I
it
mean,
was.
I wouldn't have gave it 10-8, but I could see where they seen it.
Okay,
It was
but-
absolute domination with the ground.
10-8s are given out too
with
easy
his
now.
with his loser
let's finish the fight.
guillotine, bro.
Let's finish the fight. Yeah, as you said, Conor goes all in for the guillotine. I mean, not a good look for him. If he's saying, if you tap and all this, whatever. That's, bro, he's just saying that. Obviously, if you're in a fight, you do whatever you got to do to survive. Conor McGregor puts everything in that guillotine. Does not get it. Dustin continues to ground and pound. Lets him up with about 10 seconds left. And that's where craziness goes to a whole new level. Conor McGregor, just after we've seen Chris Weidman snap his leg in half, Conor McGregor snaps his fibula in half. I believe it was actually both those fucking bones. Nasty scene.
Bones.
And bro, like, I see this thing about Izzy getting all this clout for seeing that he was hurt and he went down. Am I the only one? Like,
What?
people thought that Dustin hurt him, like punched him, and then he went down. No, I saw that something was wrong with his ankle.
I'm
I
not
saw
gonna
that.
lie. I'm gonna be completely honest. My pay-per-view cut off at that point. So when I came back, I just saw him with the.
What do you mean?
ankle
You didn't buy it?
No, my pay-per-view, the one that ESPN gives us, sponsored, cut off.
Yeah, absolutely. Jaws.
While they were on the
ESPN was
ground?
acting up. ESPN was acting up that card. But hold up.
Yeah.
Listen, lets him up, snaps his leg, whatever it is, fights over. Doctor stoppage, doctor stoppage, doctor stoppage. He was screaming for it. Dustin celebrates. It was like I felt like it was gonna be some Khabib versus Conor shit in the aftermath. Like, it was crazy scenes. You could say what you want. I'll get to that point later. Just give me your thoughts right now on the fight, though. How it went down.
Listen. First and foremost, hopefully Conor recovers well. Definitely not an injury, definitely something you don't want to see to people. It's just funny to me when you look at Dustin. He's like, Conor's a bitch. It's like a one-way street or something. It's like comes around and shit like that.
Conor's not a bitch. It's a mirror.
It's a mirror, and it's funny that he was talking about, Dustin's gonna get sent out on a stretcher. The foot that he kicked Dustin with during the press conference was the foot he hurt. That was just ironic and everything. I don't really believe in karma and all that stuff. That was pretty funny. But overall, hopefully he gets a safe recovery. Hopefully comes back. Hopefully fights again. But the fight itself, I thought Conor's performance in the first fight was better than the performance of this fight, especially on the feet. I think he was landing more. I thought which is crazy to me when you talk about he should have went back to his karate style. Obviously, those leg kicks in the beginning maybe did a little bit damage. Definitely, I thought
the first
thought
fight you mean 2, right?
Striking.
Yeah, second fight.
No.
Fight 2.
Yeah,
the first fight.
First fight. I thought that performance was better than the first. Second fight. Yeah.
The rematch.
My bad. The rematch. The second fight compared to the third fight. My bad. I forgot whatever. Overall, Conor, I thought Dustin looked even better. It seems like Dustin's getting better every single fight, striking. The way he before, when he was about to just destroy him, then Conor yet again, when Conor feels the pressure, he panics. And he does not know how to handle pressure or has ever known how to. You can see signs of that against Chad Mendes. You've seen against Nate Diaz the first fight when he was getting pressure on and he was shot on Nate Diaz. You've seen this fight where he felt the pressure and then tried to grapple with Dustin Porier. Got a fucking loser-ass guillotine that at any day, I seen that people were gassed up. I'm like, bro, no. Conor's not. Oh, no. That's not happening. That Conor does not know what he's even doing.
I literally, I was telling some of the people I was watching with, I was like, this is not what Conor should have done. not what Conor
No,
wants to do.
absolutely
He's
not.
just tiring the shit out
Yes.
of himself.
Exactly.
Just tiring himself.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
not getting
It's
that.
the panic that Conor does not know how to like handle himself under pressure. Some people, when they're getting attacked, when they're getting a couple punches, they cool, calm, and collective, and they
That's
can
what he's
recover
supposed
from
to
that.
be.
Conor can't do that. Conor has in a lot of times in his career has folded when he's the guy that's getting the pressure on. So in that sense, I thought Dustin did fantastic that fight. Like we said, we had a discussion about a 10-8, 10-9. I would have given it 10-9. I can see where 10-8 comes from, and I'm not mad at it, but like I said before, I thought he was gonna end the fight when he told him to get up. I thought Conor was dazed. I think Conor was, I wouldn't say hurt, but he was just like exhausted. He was the pressure was attacking the elbows to the head. I don't give a fuck about what video he sends the day after that you have no bruises. You were hurt. You were visibly like, bro, you're shaking up when you're getting elbows to the head. Like, don't tell me that you're not. So overall, the ending of the fight was definitely sucks. I wanted to see a full finish. I don't want to hear about a fight happening again for fourth round. I can see why they do it because obviously it's Conor, you're getting big money for that. But I wanted this to end. I wanted Dustin to get the win. I wanted him to shut Conor's mouth. And I'm gonna give Conor a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because Joe Rogan, yet again,
I was just about to say,
interviewing him when his leg is literally snapped.
listen, bro.
Like,
No.
what are we doing?
It wasn't that big of a deal.
No. I'm gonna tell you right
Bro,
now.
no,
Stop it.
bro,
Stop it.
no.
Tiku spot on. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. I am
Shut up,
like,
bro.
I am always like, I always have a problem with a leg or an arm. I'm never 100%, and I know what it feels like to not walk for like 2 weeks or something, just because like it is what it is for my shit. There is nothing more frustrating than when you try like when you're in pain and someone's annoying you. How in the hell, if someone has a snapped leg, I'm not blaming Joe Rogan because like he's got to do what he's got to do. It's his job, and it's Dana White. It's Dana White and UFC.
No, Joe Rogan
No.
chooses. Joe Rogan chooses.
No.
Okay, so
Stop
if
Joe
okay,
Rogan
if-
has said so many times he wants to stop interviewing guys.
Okay,
I
if
think
that's the case, then it is Joe
Backed
Rogan's
out.
fault.
What's the
It
difference?
is Rogan's fault. The fact that you go over there, sit down with him as if that's gonna be more comfortable or something, or that's gonna help him. Like, I simply don't understand. And the fact that people are saying, "Oh, he's being classless," and bro, this is Conor McGregor. Like, these guys don't like each other.
No, that's
Go watch what
that's so
John
disgusting.
Jones
You
and
can't say
DC said each other. I get it, but this is the
Oh,
fight
oh.
business. It's not pretty. It's
You're
not
right.
pretty. Things
I mean,
things are
Conor
gonna be
didn't
said.
seem to care
This is
though.
not this is not soccer,
Bro,
basketball.
I get
baseball.
that,
This is
but
totally
you know,
different.
I
But
just
hold up.
find it.
Yeah.
No, I just
Yeah.
find it kind of fucking just disgusting when Dustin Poirier in his post fight interview is shouting out his charity and a fighter with cancer, and this guy Conor is fucking telling him that his wife's a whore, bro. Listen, I get that, but then when you look at his tweets from yesterday, it doesn't do anything right, does it not? His tweets from yesterday was
know.
pretty disgusting as well. So
You gotta understand.
Conor is somebody that he says himself is a guy that's humble in defeat.
He
That
is.
was a
He's
sore
bro.
loser
He's
act.
He is.
No,
he
no,
is.
no,
Yeah,
no, no.
not
He-
in
bro,
this,
Conor
not in this,
McGregor,
not in
Conor-
this, and not against Khabib, right?
But you gotta,
Are we gonna
but you
be honest
gotta,
about that.
you gotta. Okay, no. But I'm the biggest fucking Khabib fan in the world. Conor McGregor got finished, sat down, didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
Didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So you can't say nothing. I'm the biggest Khabib fan in the world.
Look what he's
I'm-
been saying
I'm on
after
Conor's
the
side.
fight, though, bro. My foot is a balloon. I'm gonna
Bro,
drink this,
they-
drink
they-
that.
After
You
Khabib,
gotta understand, bro. Like these guys, bro. This
Nah,
is
bro.
this is what I tell fucking Yoni. This is not WWE. These guys really hate each other, bro. If they
You
see
think
each
it's
other on the
WWE.
street, they're gonna kill each other. This ain't no joke.
Why do you bring his
And
family into it? What the fuck does the family have to do with anything? Come on, bro. Stop that.
I
DC,
get
John
it.
Jones, did they talk about family? No, they didn't.
Yes.
When? When?
He said something about grabbing his wife's ass or something.
Oh, please. Oh,
It's what
please.
bro. It's literally what he said. Listen, bro. If it was me and someone said that about my wife, it's gonna be war. Like I get that Dustin
Absolutely. I get that.
has to react.
But-
I get that. But people
He
saying
didn't
that,
react, bro.
what are you talking about?
He was cool, calm. I'm talking about fight itself. He didn't get into the mind game. And
No,
all
he
that
didn't. He
bullshit
didn't.
that
He didn't.
Connors usually does. So I'm just saying that. Same with Khabib. Same with
But after
Khabib.
the fight,
Khabib wasn't
after
with
the
the
fight,
mind game.
you can
After
see
the
that
fight,
he took it
yeah.
personal. He took it personal for sure.
Yeah. But,
Who, Poirier?
Yeah, took a
Yeah,
very
he
personal.
did. He did.
Whatever.
He did.
So, but
I've never seen Dustin act like
but
that in my
Conor's
life.
doing that.
Yeah.
But Conor's doing all that mind games for the fight, to win the fight, and that
No,
failed.
no,
and he kept it
bro,
going. Like,
bro,
what are you doing,
this one, bro,
Yes.
certain fights. Listen, with Jose Aldo, with Chad Mendez, with Eddie Alvarez, that's just because he needs that to force them down so he can
And he
knock them
won
out.
those fights.
I know, but I'm saying this one, that's why I was telling you at that press conference, it was so dark. You know why? Because he knows he's in a real fight. He knows that. He knows this. This is not going to be easy. That's
You
why
gotta also remember
his two most fucking darkest press conference are against his losses. He's got to be even more crazier. But I'm saying, hold up, this last point. This last point. People saying, "Oh, Connor's acting up and shit." Bro, the dude's got a broken leg, and you're trying to fucking interview him. He's not gonna say nice things, especially when
I
he's
agree
hurt.
with that. I agree.
That's just stupid.
Well, hold
I
up,
agree with
but like for the context of things, he was just awarded a TKO loss for what was obviously a medical.
No,
stop.
doctor stoppage.
No, it was awarded TKO loss. No.
I know, but when you go on the like what happened, like usually
okay.
it's TKO punches. It's gonna say TKO doctor stoppage.
Okay. I think he was more upset at the fact that he lost that way. And he didn't care about Joe Rogan, bro. He posted Joe Rogan the next day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Dog, he was yelling, like, bro, he was doing an interview and just yelling, like, don't get in pain. He's panicking. That's not about when you see a leg snap. Sorry, bro. Not everybody's gonna play cool, calm, and collected. Bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been in personal experience. I've seen this shit happen in real life.
I'm telling you,
nobody's gonna stay calm. You have to stay calm, but you know that's why that interview was dumb, and I agree with that. But also, did you see that ringside thing? This guy's looking at Dustin saying, "Yo, you and your wife are gonna get offed or something," and threatening them like.
But that's what I'm saying. That this is more than a fight. This is more than a fight.
Conor took it personal when Dustin came at him for the charity thing.
And I will.
That's what tipped Conor off.
But that's Dustin's fault.
Yeah. I know. No, I know. I agree.
Also, to the point that I want to
saying.
bring up about the people saying, "Oh, that if the fight kept going, he's gonna get finished." Hell, you could not say that, bro. Did you not see what happened in the fucking championship fight? Michael Chandler basically had Charles Oliveira done. And who won that fight? I just want to know who won that fight. Exactly, Charles Oliveira. You can say whatever you want, but you gotta let these guys finish what they started. You gotta let these guys finish what they started.
Yes.
I'm not saying that it should be the next fight. Dustin Poirier has earned and should be fighting for the belt next. No way, and I'm pumped for that fight. That's gonna be a great fight. But they will see each other again. They should.
They will.
That fight needs to happen
So
again.
let me ask you something. So, Ahmed, let me ask you something. So, let's just say Dustin fights Oliveira. He wins the belt. Conor recovers. So you think Conor gets to jump all these guys?
No. Not right away. Can I? Okay, hold up. Because I agree with Ahmed here.
That's what's gonna happen, bro.
No. I agree. I agree with Ahmed here. They have to run it back. That third fight, you don't know, bro. I swear to God, Conor can go into that second round because Dustin got tired too from the ground and pound.
Yeah.
He's not Khabib Nurmagomedov, who's used to doing that to people. Dustin was out of his element too. So you go into that second round. Dustin even said he was a little dazed at one point. Conor, it could go either way. I think that fight ends in the second round no matter what. Either Dustin wins or Conor wins. One of them wins in the second round. Yeah, but you can't count Conor out completely.
Cannot.
He could have very easily won in the second round. Very easily.
Maybe.
Very easily.
Maybe I'm just not as.
You hate Conor.
I know. I just don't think he's really. If we're being honest, I just don't think he's like a fighter anymore.
They deserve another fight.
Rate him at all, bro.
Maybe not right away.
When was the last time he beat?
I think Conor.
When was the last time he beat a top 5 guy?
Listen, if I'm Conor, I fight.
It was like 17, 16 at that time.
If I'm Dana, not Conor. If I'm Dana, I give Conor 1 or 2 easy ass fights.
That's not
he'll win.
It's not
then the title fight.
I'm Conor. You just get away from Dustin. You fight Nate Diaz. You fight Tony Ferguson. Get your money retired. Get out of here, bro.
I agree that Dustin is going to win that fight again, in my opinion. That's a bad matchup for him. And every time a southpaw versus southpaw happen, someone's going to get knocked out or hurt bad. But I agree with you that Dustin just has his number at this point. But we don't know. And I gave you real evidence of what just happened a couple months ago. Charles Oliveira was they could have stopped that fight.
Yeah.
And he ends up knocking out Michael Chandler.
Obviously, what I'm saying is
I get it, but you can't say that the fight's over. However, there's that fight has to happen again eventually, because these guys don't like each other and they gotta finish what they started. It's like it's two men that gotta finish what they started.
Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say if it was Dustin Poirier that broke his ankle, does Dustin get another fight?
Yes.
You
No,
really
dude, okay, wait. No, wait.
Why we give
If you're
this guy Conor
if you're
McGregor
asking me,
because
if you're
he's
asking
Conor
me,
McGregor? Nah, bro.
if you're asking me, do I give him another fight? I do. Does the UFC? No.
I do.
No. Bo, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No, honestly,
no.
If he breaks his leg, and like
no way.
In the first round, and it's a close fight or something like that,
no way.
They're gonna run it again.
Absolutely.
You know that. Maybe not. Like Conor won't, but they will run it again. They will offer it to Conor.
I'm telling you
and
right now, Dustin's gonna win the belt, and Conor's gonna get a fucking fight right away. Guarantee it. Good. I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. Not fucking good. Are you serious?
I want to see.
Get out of here, man.
I want to see.
I do want to see, so we can break his face and he's done. Should retire.
Okay, so we'll see. Bo, and then
so allow it, mate. Allow it.
If he's what you say he is, not a fighter anymore, then you have no problem, because Dustin's gonna get paid more. Also for Dustin, potentially, potentially, it's the biggest money fight for the easiest guy.
Second most pay-per-view buys in UFC.
No, Dustin's
gonna keep taking that fight. Dustin's gonna keep taking that fight.
He would fight Conor maybe like 10 times.
Yeah, God second most pay-per-view buys in history. So
really, what was the numbers? I didn't see.
For sure,
1.8 mil. 1.8 mil.
Listen, I just feel like, I'm gonna go back to Dana. Dana was pretty weird that whole fight. He gave Dustin a handshake and just bounced from the ring. That was fucking disgusting for someone like Dustin. That's a fan favorite, a guy that's worked his ass off in the UFC. That's disgusting the way you treated him. Dana's under a lot of pressure, man. When we talked about it a lot with Khabib leaving, with the whole John Jones situation, with Conor, his whole stardom. He's trying to milk this Conor cash cow for the last couple fights that he has, because he's in a difficult predicament right now. That he's looking for a star. Michael Chandler was a tough loss for him too. So we'll see, man. Conor, fuck you, bro.
Okay, just quick question, quick little matchmaking. Who's next for Conor McGregor? Because we know who's next for Dustin Poirier.
Nate Diaz.
I would do it, man. Nate Diaz or Tony Ferguson, one of those guys.
Tony Ferguson.
Oh, yo, you know what? You know what? This is a good shout. Run it with RDA.
That will never happen.
Why not?
Even though I think that's a great fight, that will never happen. RDA has one win against a guy who he fought on 4 days' notice. He's got one win.
Conor wants an easy win. Fight RDA. And it might not even be an easy win.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. He's literally a grappler. I don't know.
As I was saying, it might not even be an easy one.
It don't even matter, because you know who's fighting this weekend, right? The future champion at 155. So all these guys could keep praying and hoping, but there's one guy coming.
You know what? Ahmed, fuck it. How about you feed Conor to Islam with Khabib in the corner?
I like Conor. I would never do that to Conor.
Do it.
I would never do that.
What do you mean?
Conor,
nah, feed him to the fucking Lions.
I don't want to watch Conor die in the ring, bro. Like, this guy changed the game forever.
I would honestly, you know what? I'll be honest. Him getting a beating so bad might change it. He might be back. The vintage. Bro, that everybody says it's the old Conor is back. Everybody's been saying that for like 5 years.
He got that with Khabib.
I didn't do nothing. He's gotten worse since then.
You guys agree though that I felt like people were like making fun of Conor McGregor and shit. Like, they were like literally saying, "Oh, he broke his leg and shit." Like, I'm talking about Dominic Cruz, Michael Bisping, all these, like, everybody like associated with UFC. Bro, like, get a life.
I mean,
stop being you gotta be a little bit
respectful.
This dude changed the game, bro.
Yeah, he did. He probably he's helped a lot of people. He's helped all the fighters now getting bigger. Like, obviously, you can't discount what this guy's done for the UFC. He's made it what it is right now, the global sport. So, and the injuries, you can't say that about injuries. Like, bro, get better. We'll see from then, but his antics and his actions, like, I just can't respect this guy anymore. I really can't, bro. I haven't respected him for a while, so.
Quick little rundown of the whole card. Co-main event, Gilbert Burns, and not a very exciting fight, but gets the job done against a very dangerous Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. But that's a big time win for Gilbert Burns.
We have no problems with.
Oh,
Get
no.
it done.
You
Do your thing.
gotta do what you gotta do, especially as a guy who's coming off the belt and who needs to win now because he's taking a big chance. Yeah, and he took a big chance against.
And he did well. Oh my God, bro! Taking Steven, bro, he was taking him down easily. Gilbert Burns, man, honestly, I'm a piece of shit for fucking going with Wonder Boy, because I literally said on this podcast, I'm like, Gilbert Burns will fight for the title, and if Usman leaves, he might be the title guy. He might be the champion. But credit for him. Kobe, I don't know. I like Gilbert Burns a lot. I really do. But I like Kobe too. So I'm not gonna say anything about that.
Also, Kobe versus Kamaru is done for September. I want to say done, but pretty much done for September. I feel like they gotta put Gilbert Burns versus Leon Edwards as co-main event for that card. So
why not?
Heavyweight tie, Bam Bam gets the job done against Greg Hardy, knocks him out senseless. It was.
Oh my God!
I told you guys,
beautiful.
Someone's getting knocked out in this fight. Sensational
bro,
scenes.
I said that fucking Greg Hardy was getting his shit the fuck knocked out, bro.
And he did. Bam Bam. I love Bam Bam. That Shui is now his signature.
That dude's gonna get cut from the UFC. That guy Greg Hardy soon.
Good. There's an absolute bum. Fuck is he doing in this shit, man? Get him out of here, bro.
Next fight
he gets knocked out again. Bro. Fuck that dude.
Next fight was Irina Aldana. I told you guys, bro, that boxing is no joke. Boxing no joke. Irina Aldana and Yana Kunciak, whatever his fucking massive name. It's no joke as well. And she made it look easy.
Hey, we're not Stephen A. Smith here.
Yana Kunciak. Yeah, bro. It ain't that easy.
I'm at. But I was kind of disrespectful. Yeah, I was kind of disrespectful. I'm like, I didn't know who she was, but guess what?
Now you know.
Now I know. Now I know. But she did miss weight, right?
She did miss weight. That'll never happen again.
Hopefully not. But I know
Sean
who
O'Malley.
She is now. That was tough.
Sean O'Malley. Oh my word! If you guys ever watch Zabit Magomed, fucking Sharapov, versus Kyle Bogniak, go watch that fight. And this is exactly what it was. It was it was target practice. It was, that fight should have been stopped after the first round. Absolutely. I know. Me and Tiku, like the only guys who ever said that.
I didn't even watch it. Honestly,
they were saying that. Oh no. Bro, you guys don't know what you guys are watching. They want to see a man die. They want to see a man die. They don't understand that this dude has family. A shit.
Bro,
sick.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I wasn't home, so I couldn't. But, honestly, people got to understand that when you get a lot of brain damage, one hit could kill you. One hit can kill you.
Bro, Sean O'Malley was 80% percentage. Fucking striking.
God, bro. What he had, 200 significant strikes or something, bro. Or 100. I don't know, man. That's OD, bro. That's just come on.
Stop the fight, bro. And whatever, it is what it is. But Sean O'Malley gets the job done as he should and as he does. Calls out half the division. I don't know who, the exact guy he called out.
Thank you.
Yeah,
well, I'm not getting gassed up, man. This guy, Sean O'Malley, Sugar Shane, Sean. We've seen it so many times. I don't give a fuck. I want to see him fight good. I know, but though,
they're offering him
come on, Smoker. The fuck are we doing here, bro? I need real shit to get gassed up to see if this guy's the real deal. I need him to fight it, and I think he's very talented, without a doubt. Striking is very talented. This guy, he's so good, exciting. But come on, let's see it now. No more.
Going to the prelims, Max Griffin gets his biggest win of his career against the legend Carlos Condit. Michelle Pereira and Nico Price in a fun fight back and forth.
You got robbed, Ahmed.
Yeah, it's all right though. I'm good.
Ahmed said, "Wish me luck" before it started. He was like, "For what?"
I forgot, honestly.
Hate to say I told you so. Ilya Topuria. I told you guys, bro. You say don't hype him up. What do you mean don't hype him up? This I know when I see a future champion or
I didn't say don't hype him up. I actually give you credit. I thought. No, I thought I'm like, bro, I trust you, bro. You're fucking, you know your shit. I'm like, yeah, we'll see though.
Ilya Topuria gives Ryan Hall his first loss in 10 years. Ryan Hall, listen, if he's not gonna grab you, you're gonna knock him out. It's I don't know. That was a pretty weird fight. But Ilya Topuria, he can strike, he can grapple, he don't care. This dude is for real. I think he's probably the best Georgian fighter on the planet right now, better than Giga. But yeah, big time win from him. Driscus Duplessis, this South African fighter. Again, back-to-back wins. I think this guy is better than even I thought. He's for real slept Trevor Giles. I mean, that was nasty knockout. So big time win for him. Early prelims. Oh, Jennifer Maya. It's a job done. But Jessica Ai, though, like the fact that you get cut up like that and you still fighting. I've never really liked Jessica Ai. I think I've always said she just annoys me with her attitude and stuff, but never questioned her toughness. I mean, she is as tough as it gets. So big time win from her. Brad Tavares, who we kind of showed some disrespect to, but big time win from him. I think that's back-to-back wins from him. And he's always been in the top 15. First fight of the night was Zalgiz fucking Zumanov, whatever his name is, from like Pakistan, I believe. Big time win from him. His first finish, I believe it was first win as well in UFC. But his first finish, big time celebration for him. Happy for him. That's it. It was a great card. Obviously, like Tiku said, the main event did not end like the way we wanted, but sometimes that's fighting. It's a mad business. That's it.
And it seems like, yeah, definitely. But it seems like it's been a common thing that's been happening with these leg breaks and stuff, which is kind of annoying. It's happening more recent than history has told. Yeah, it's definitely weird.
There's a picture of what Anderson Silva, John Jones, Chris Weidman, and Conor McGregor, and
John Jones is next. Stay home, John. Don't fight. Francis.
Have you seen John Jones' legs though?
Yeah, no, those are fucking like.
I don't think he's breaking anything.
Sticks, dude.
He's fucking.
Plus, John Jones doesn't kick like that, like Conor does.
No, he does. He does.
Yeah, he has that knee.
Side kicks and shit.
Nah, he mostly does that like knee push type shit. So, the front kick
like
type
knee
shit.
stomp.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great card. Just really quickly for next week's card, Islam Makhachev is obviously making his first time main event. I've been telling guys about this guy for a couple of years now. This dude, listen, just give him the belt now. Uncrowned champion. He's coming, guys. He's coming. I'm sorry. I feel bad for some of the guys like Dustin Porier, Justin Gaethje, Beneil Dariush, who've been sweating and waiting for this one shot. There's nobody I've ever seen who nobody wants to even talk about, let alone fight. This dude is the biggest boogeyman in the history of the sport. Nobody wants to even pick up the phone. They know what's coming. Islam Makhachev is gonna, in my opinion, destroy Thiago Moises. And again, probably top 5 guy next if they accept. Come on, guys, bro. Come on.
If
they have no choice. I'm sorry. And also,
listen.
God, you can.
No, I was just saying at this rate that this guy, what he's doing, bro, it's like, man, you can't even deny this guy. Yeah, he's legit. He's legit, and I think he might be. Bro, he's having like the same career that
as a beat
rise as like those guys, man. He's
nobody wants.
He's amazing. He's great. Nobody wants to fight him, and it's like early Khabib, man. A lot of guys didn't want to fight him either. So
Kamaru Usman too.
Yeah, respect. He deserves it.
Also, co-main event. I don't know if you guys knew this, but who's back next week, right? Miesha Tate is back, ladies and gentlemen. She's back.
I know, but I don't know. She hasn't fought in how many years?
I believe 2 or 3 now.
Bro, probably even more than that.
No.
She's been training, man.
Bro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She's been putting in that work.
Bro. Maybe 2017.
More than that.
I think 2017.
I don't know, possibly. But it's been a while.
I can tell you right now, bro.
I can't get gassed up for that, bro. I really can't.
Miesha Tate's last fight was 2016. 2016 was her last fight.
Even longer than I thought.
Oh,
I thought
God.
it was like 2018, 2017 or something like that.
What the hell?
I mean, I forgot that we were 2021 already, so it is 5 years now. Miesha Tate, though, big time name, former champ, and I think she might, get the job done. Marion Renault, like she's pretty good all around, but she's never put it all together. This is a good first fight for Miesha Tate. Jeremy Stevens versus Gamrot. Keep an eye on Gamrot. Benitez, my AKA boy. Yeah, good card. We're all here to see Islam Makhachev, the former future champion of 155.
Definitely.
So, pumped for that one.
Definitely.
That about does it, huh?
Was it?
Yeah, I think. Unless you guys want to talk about Pete, the
Oh,
home
there's
run
a couple
derby.
things. There's a couple. Yeah, I mean, Derby was pretty good last night. Pretty good. Actually, very good. Like probably the best one that I've seen in the last couple of years. That first round, Otani versus Juan Soto was epic.
Oh, that was so
Um,
nice.
I
Shout
mean,
out my guy Juan Soto, man.
listen, once I saw that Pete Alonso was in that kind of like mindset, it was a wrap. See you later. Pete Alonso was a savage. 35 home runs.
Shit.
Um,
Yeah,
he was playing around with some of these guys, bro.
Bro. Well, when was it? The semis when he literally got to he tied the
Yeah.
guy and just was dancing for like 5-6 seconds.
That's what I do in
just 'cause he
pickball
knew.
when they can't find the ball. Gotta keep walking around. But yeah, it
Easy
was
work.
big time for Trey Mancini. I felt like ESPN commentators were so annoying though. It was like every 5 seconds we kept hearing about his cancer shit. Like we understand that.
It's ESPN
But bro,
for you.
Yo,
I know, but like leave him
Who
alone.
were those?
ESPN
Who were those dudes that literally held Alonso for like 25 minutes just interviewing him? It was so annoying.
Yeah, those
Those are
guys.
the ESPN commentators, right?
Eduardo, Perez, whatever.
That
his
was-
name is.
That was horrible to watch. Like I was watching it and they kept asking him a question and you could tell like he just gave like one-liners.
Yeah,
And I was like,
he was
let him
focused on
go. I was like, bro, let him go, please. Because they're asking stupid questions, annoying questions. We're trying to watch the home run derby, bro. So funny.
And just last topic, I feel like just out of respect, we got to talk about this. A lot of guys, for some reason, don't like him. Novak Djokovic got his 20th career Grand Slam, winning Wimbledon. I believe now this 3 years in a row he's won fucking Wimbledon. So, I mean, the guy, all he needs is a gold medal, and you can make a real case that he's the greatest of all time. I know. Listen, I'm a huge Roger Federer fan. Even Nadal for me is right up there. But Novak, what he's done in the last 10 years, as dominant as any tennis player we've ever seen. Massive respect for him, bro. He's the real deal. I know he's Serbian, but he's
Listen,
the real
man,
deal.
when it comes to sports, doesn't mix, but that's just not that important. It's just
What?
when it comes to sports. It's
Oh,
not that
for
important, bro.
Serbia?
You gotta put that shit to the side. But there's other reasons. Dude,
Oh, okay.
fucking, bro, Federer. Jesus, bro, you think he needs to retire? I think he needs to retire.
No, I don't think he's retired.
Isn't he like withdrawing from the Olympics?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He
but a
got
lot of
injured
guys,
again.
And he
all of them,
withdrew from the
Nadal.
French Open. Now, I get it, but it's just like at this point, I don't want to obviously not retirement, but I still think he's top level player, top level competitor still.
No, yeah, he's
But
still like top 10 in
obviously
the world.
what Novak is doing right now is just it's undeniable. He's definitely up there. Was one of the best. We'll see. His career's not over.
Yeah.
He might even get more. Who knows? So you can't deny the greatness of Novak Djokovic.
Sensational.
All right, that does it. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed. Get ready for that. Actually, I'm not gonna announce it yet. We'll announce it later. There's a big announcement coming, but we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like. Peace.